The only way we win this is by coming together. Now, last night I was live, and my live got suspended again. And talking with TikTok, it's because people keep reporting me. And if you're that triggered by me walking around and talking about this stuff that you have to report me, you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Your problem with me is nothing but a projection of your own insecurities. And if you think this is how you win by silencing other opinions, then you are the problem. You know, people don't know my background and they make assumptions about me. And I talk about this, but I don't think you realize the risk that I'm taking talking about these things. And I'll be quite honest with you, this shit's probably going to get me emotional, all right? If only you knew the evil that existed in this world. And then when good men and women stand up in the face of tyranny, we get silenced. I'm trying to stop myself from getting so upset and angry about this. They control through divide. They control through chaos. And they continuously keep us down purposefully because they want to control us. Just so you know, everything you know is a lie. Everything you have been taught by these Rockefeller and Carnegie educational systems is a lie. America, as you know it, does not exist. We are hijacked by Israel and the Zionist state. This country, this realm, is ran by elites who have been in control since the beginning of history. His story. This isn't a Democratic or Republican thing. This is us coming together on a grand scale as humans, as free living inhabitants. This crown law, this penal law is not real. We operate under God's law and ecclesiastical law, canon law. They're enforcing maritime admiralty law right now. And they're treating you as being lost at sea, as an abandoned vessel, as a ward of the state. That's why they have control over everything that you do. You live in the illusion of freedom. You know, I am forever grateful for all the contacts that I made on TikTok. Forever grateful. And for all the people fighting the good fight, man, in the face of tyranny. And let's just get something straight, okay? When men cry, it's not a sign of weakness, bro. This is my passion. I can't just sit back. I just can't sit back. I just can't sit back while they kill our children, bro. You think this doesn't exist? You think this doesn't exist? And these leaders, these elected leaders, I'm talking about, the district attorney, the sheriff, every one of these elected leaders, you're treasonous too. You're in treason. You're in treason to the Constitution. And I don't know about you, but when I was in the military, you know what treason was? Punishable by death. I held up my end of the fucking oath. I don't even know if I'll post this. I want y'all to know that when I speak like this and I talk like this, breaking character, using curse words, we're here to have a human experience. And all I did was be born here. All you did was be born here, bro. And this whole construct around us is fake. Completely fake. All these homeless people created by inflation, created by chaos, created by disease, created by cloud seeding, created by chemtrails, created by GMOs. The information war, 90% of the information you receive is by 10% of the people. And you know what, TikTok? I'm not saying for entertainment, educational purposes only, because you can find all these facts, and this misinformation nonsense is so subjective that we're all sick and tired of hearing about it. All of us. Whose misinformation is it? Because it seems like everything that we say that goes against this bullshit narrative, that gets labeled as misinformation. Well, guess what, homie? We didn't go to the moon, did we? Which one of these politicians have ever told the truth? JFK did. JFK did. What happened to him? He get popped by the CIA, homie. What happened when Abraham Lincoln established greenbacks and put real currency in? He got shot in the face, homie. History repeats his story. To the victors go the spoil. We are in the land of milk and honey, and they capitalized on this to fuel the empire. The empire that's between London, D.C., and the Vatican. The three steady states that still control the Roman, Illuminati, Rothschild bullshit empire. A bunch of coward cucks that smuggle children and operate in human trafficking, and they worship Baphomet. All you Freemasons out there, I just want you to know you're worshiping evil. Just absolutely wild. How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point? Everybody just walked along not asking any questions. You know how we got to this point? Docile men. Bunch of men out there, I'm talking to you. They got the backbones of jellyfish and can't stand on nothing. Can't stand on nothing, bro. Nothing. You know where their loyalty lies? To whoever has the most power. They don't want their own power from inside. They don't want their own power from inside. They want that external power, that evil power, the power they ain't got to work for. It's disgusting. These Masonic orders. Just because you appoint somebody as a leader doesn't mean they're supposed to be a leader. And guess what? God sees all, buddy. The Creator sees all. So at this point, I don't know, man. My whole life has fallen down around me. I've contributed to the system my entire life. And just so you know, everything that you buy has already been bought and paid for like twice over. You're supposed to have full faith and credit with your signature to control your own estate. When you're born, the state, they create a dead entity based off of your name, and that's what the corporation is trying to control you by. They're trying to enter you in a soul-binding contract and attach your soul to your physical body, binding contract to control you that way. They cannot do that. They know they cannot do that, but this is why we're under maritime admiralty law, is that you were birthed through your mother's birth canal, through her water, and you were dry docked in a doctor's office to the doctor, considered abandoned property, lost at sea, and the state capitalizes on your trust that was generated when you were born. Your trust when you were born. And your birth weight, guess what? You are worth your weight in gold, because when you're born, your birth weight, that amount of gold gets traded on the market. You can check this out with your QSIP number. Go look up your QSIP numbers, all right? I got no reason to come on the internet and lie, bro. I got zero reason to come on the internet and lie. I did everything you ever asked of me. Anything the system ever asked of me, homie. And talk about a traumatized little kid. I got to go with my dad growing up in prison, bro. And every time my dad was arrested for some wild nonsense, guess what? The charge, right? Because the courts are a bank and banks are a court. Look up Black Law Dictionary, homie. Judge and banker are interchangeable. Every time you're charged and a court of law goes against your trust in your estate, they all make money on it. Woe unto these esquires. They should be registered as foreign agents because they take the bar, the British accredited registry that all goes back to Crown Law. This goes back to the War of 1812. You think we won the Revolution? No, buddy. The Crown still controls everything, just like every family around here just controls everything. New France invaded from the north, New England from the east, and New Spain from the south, buddy. Italy took over Mexico. Why do you think the Mexican flag is Italian colors? All these European nations got together, divide and conquer, buddy. And we were all just little pawns to conquer the land of milk and honey here, because this is the Holy Land, the US of A, buddy, the US of A. All truths will be revealed. I'm asking for your help. Where do I go to not get silenced? I'm asking for your help, yo. We need to organize and come together. I'm ready. I'm ready. I will march people through the streets. I'll march by myself if I got to. Bro, I will march by myself if I got to, bro. I love y'all. Stay wild. We're out here. Stand in your truth. We're here to be the change, bro. But if you think this evil doesn't exist, you need to wake up and open your eyes. Some estimates say that 10% of the population, nearly 10% of the population, when they find out the truth, they're going to unalive themselves. Me personally, I think that's a little bit too loose. There's a lot of unhealed and traumatized people out there. Stand in your power. I love y'all. Stay wild.